Marines, lock him in place, doesn't let him to micro, and those Banelings can come in there and absolutely destroy him. Talk about the Banelings, 18 morphing in right now, and that's a scary number of Banelings. Drop though in the natural. Queen's up here trying to take him out. Not gonna do it. All those Mutalisks are gonna go down if they keep trying to engage. Roaches coming out. Roaches will do a ton of damage against all these Marines if they're micro properly. Does look like he misses a little bit of micro there. Is stuck on this mineral patch. Banelings coming around the back, but still some Marines up here. Nice job by Poopy dropping them down one at a time, making them waste 2 Banelings every time. Another Baneling might go down right there. Oh, beautiful placement by those Marines back there, able to take more out, and those Marines at the watchtower able to take out the rest of the Banelings. The only thing is, all these Roaches have to be scary against these Marines. He's got to get siege tanks out, has to get them in position, or Chimpy's just going to counter push. There's really nothing you can do. There's a siege tank, finally sieged up. Doesn't want to lose that. Has to do damage. Oh, huge splash damage on that one, taking on quite a few Roaches. 4 kills already for it, and that's just his first engagement. He keeps getting out more tanks. This could be very scary for Chimp, even though he's up on bases. But nice round right there with the Roaches. Mula's coming in. Mula should be able to take out this drop. Poopy knows that, just going to suicide all his Marines. Hoping to get at least a little bit of damage off for it, but not enough to really matter. More Marines just marching out on the field. If Chimp sees that, definitely wants to go take him out. Marines are being smart, just one up here to scout with. The rest are going to stim and go home. Does have the medevacs to heal him, so stim is free at that point. Overlords are going to see this Marine here, but I don't think Chimpy does. That's a free Marine. That's something you want to kill. Don't finally just see it, bringing a little bit of his army down, and taking that out. So pretty big engagement. Let's go back to the macro game. Zerg, Chimp, he's up. Oh, he's not up. I was gonna say, yeah, it's about even. It looks like as soon as those mules come down, Poopy does have the advantage. His mules pulling a lot of minerals. Doesn't have too many gas, but heavy Marine, you don't really need gas. See, yeah, there's a ton of mules right there, and that's going to push him ahead, even though Chimp's on 4 bases to Poopy's 3. Gas-wise, Chimp's definitely way ahead. Big discrepancy in the supply as well. Almost maxed. Poopy only at 104. But if we look at the units tab, we have 80. I can't see that. I'm going to have to pull up the workers tab. Or income tab. Yeah, 63 harvesters to 40 in favor of Chimp. So that's not as much as I thought it would be. I was thinking a lot of that supply cap right there was going to be from drones, but it really isn't that bad. I mean, only 63 drones on 4 base. That's not many at all. And he's able to put his whole supply into this army right here, pulling up a lot of minerals so he can remake his army very quickly. I expect that to be done in a lot of Marines. All the Roaches coming in here. Without Marauders, Roaches are going to do a lot of damage. Mutalisks in here as well. And they're going to take out this 3rd very quickly. So that right there. Command Center was there, so it looked like he was trying to expand. Roaches coming out. These tanks are finally sieging up. There's a lot of Marines, though. Roaches are taking them out very quickly, but they're going to tank for these siege tanks quite a bit. These siege tanks looks like they're going to clean up this army, even though this huge supply discrepancy. And now he's sitting at 105 where he was before, and Chimp just lost 60 units, able to build a lot back, but at the same time doesn't really do too much damage with it. Did take out a command center right here that he was going to try to expand with, but as far as actual economy damage, just delayed it, didn't really kill anything. Do have a 5th base out for Chimp though, so looks like he's going to try to take this half of the field that way. I usually try to go down this way, but he's going to try to take away easy bases for the Terran, force him down in this direction, and he should be able to take this macro game easy if this progresses in the late game. Completely mined out at his main. Natural, going to be mined out very shortly. All these mineral patches don't have too many minerals left. 3rd, pretty much the only thing pretty strong. Drop coming down for Poopy, but if this game keeps going on, I think Chimp's going to take this series 2-0. Fester's out now. Nice fungal growth on that. Medevac going to throw out a couple Infestaterrans. They're not doing too much. All those infestors are all dying. He's got to respond. Only one roach here. And Poopy just focuses down all these infestors. Doesn't lose any, surprisingly. A lot of them, all of them got hit, actually. A couple of them at very low health. 4 on that one. 28 it looks like. I can't see on my screen, so I apologize for that. But just not a good idea for Chimp to just let all those infestors sit there without bringing the army. And once you put that fungal growth down, nice to get at least some units under there in case he drops some marines right after. Does pick up the drop though, so you can't be too upset with that. Looks like a drop's coming down the main base. Then take that infestor pit, stimming up, make sure that goes down. That's gonna be big for Poopy. I don't know how. If it's too late, I don't really know. This game's been going on forever, so anything can happen anytime. So you're gonna take out the spawning pool too. That's gonna be huge. No more Zerglings for Zerg is very scary. Infestor's finally coming back. All this army's still standing at the middle of the map. Infestor's gonna get a couple fungals off. That's gonna take out that whole harassment. One more fungal or even a couple infested Terrans. That's gonna be about it. Just gonna pull a few drones, I guess. The Queen. The Spire is actually morphing into a Greater Spire. I don't know if he did that on purpose because he wanted a Greater Spire, or he might have just done that to save it. Either way, works out for him. Good play. Beautiful. A lot of extra energy on that Queen. Gets the transfuses down. That's going to be saved. But another drop we see in the natural. That's why drop play against Zerg can be so effective. You just don't have the range units. I mean, he has roaches, but they're out of position. Zerglings, although fast, they can't really attack at a range, and Marines can get quite a few shots off before they come in. You see that right there. No anti-air there. Was going to say he was going to be able to get that medevac away, but infestors come in, gonna fungal growth a couple times. There's the fungal growth. He missed it a few times. Still missing it. I don't know if that's just a glitch on the map or what is. I know I've had that glitch before on a observer, and it's really frustrating, but regardless, he is going to get it down. A lot of wasted energy. Wow. He's going to be sour about that. He's wasted so many of them, even though all he has to do is throw down one infested Terran. Looks like he's going to go 3, and those are finally going to take out that medevac. Poopy had so many chances to get rid of it. Thought he was going to die. It should have died in all rights, but able to waste a lot of energy from those infestors. Siege tanks coming out. It's going to be leapfrogging these across here. Able to take out both of those overlords. Oh, siege tanks down at the wrong time. All these infestors coming in. These ones pick up at the wrong time. And now, infestors having some huge fungal growth. So I'm going to take out all these marines. The siege tanks take out the roaches so quickly. But, at the same time, infestors wiping up these siege tanks with the clutch. Neuroparasite. I just don't see how Terran survived that. I don't see how the Zerg survived. I don't know. That was a great engagement. That was very nicely played by both teams, and Terran just seems to come out on top. He's gonna come out. He's gonna take out another Overlord. Chippy sitting at 103 out of 200, so that Overlord's not gonna really hurt him. I mean, it's definitely vision. Especially with not too much creep spread, it does hurt, but at the same time, it's not like you're losing supply and getting capped. Gonna siege up his siege tanks back here. He does have the Vikings out because he knew the Greater Spire is coming. Don't think there's a problem with that, but he is gonna siege up, take care of the main, it looks like, but Roach is coming in. They should be able to clean this up. No problem. Going in there, focus down the tank, then hitting the Marine. Still these Vikings and medevac sitting here, and Chippy has absolutely no way of taking that out unless he brings a Queen over, and these units just run away. So 3 units saved for Poopy, I guess. Does have a few Marines back. Has taken his 4th base finally. Is morphing into a command center, orbital command, I should say. Hopefully that's what it's called. Yes, it is orbital command. That would have sounded pretty stupid if it wasn't. 6th and 7th base, if I'm counting right, coming out for Chimpy. The 3rd base is all mined out. Natural's all mined out. Main's all mined out. And what was it? This is the 4th base right here. plenty of minerals still on that. Plenty of minerals still on the 5th. So 6th and 7th should be there for quite a while, and he should have the economy as late as he wants. The only problem with that is right there on my screen. These orbital commands hasn't been mining for quite some time, which means he can pull in as many mules as you want. And the big thing about mules is they don't. You can have as many mules as you want mining at the same time. You can see this mule and this SCV is both gonna bring their minerals back at the same time, where like SCVs can only mine one at a patch at a time. Mules can do as many as they want, so they pull in minerals so quickly. You can see right there pulling in lots and lots of income, and that's gonna help him get way ahead of Chimpy, even though Chimp's on so many more bases than he is. Does have the drop coming in up here. Doesn't get it down in time. Those drones are able to escape. Big victory for Chimp. Does have the Brood Lords. Only a couple Vikings. Only a couple Marines there. More Marines finally coming in, but it's going to be too late. Oh, I didn't realize you can't run over this apparently. So that's going to be a huge victory for the Marines there. As they can't get shot by, they can't get surrounded as easily from those Lings. I thought the Lings could have just ran over there and chopped them all to pieces, but that is not the case. Nice Marine micro there. Running away from the Broodlings. These slow Brood Lords can't catch up to him. Letting the Vikings take their shots off. Able to take out one of them. 2 of them, actually. 3 of them. I didn't know there was that many Brood Lords there. A couple more sitting there. I'd like to see those Vikings take them out, but just going to focus on getting those Marines out of there. Getting those siege tanks up.